Polyatomic ions. Polyatomic ions are basically ions which is made up of more than one atom that act as a single particle. There are many types of polyatomic ions, but the ones I will be teaching you about today are the 8s and the ites, which are made up of a nonmetal and oxygen, as well as some exceptions. Naming the polyatomic ions is the same as you previously learned, except the anion is named according to the polyatomic ions rather than being named according to the individual elements. First, we'll be learning about the 8s. The 8s that I will be teaching you about will go in the order of NO3, SO4, PO4, CO3, ClO3, and MnO4. You can use the pattern Nice Students Pass Chemistry class to help you remember the order. And manganate. To name the polyatomic ions involving the 8s, you first name the cation. Then you would write the name of the nonmetal in the formula and replace the suffix of the name with 8. So for example, you have nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, carbon, chlorine, and if you erase its existing suffix and add 8, you get nitrate, sulfate, phosphate, carbonate, chlorate, and manganate. These are the 8s. So if you have SR-SO4, you get strontium, and then you name sulfur, and you get sulfate. So your name would be strontium sulfate, and that is how you name the 8s. How about the formula? To get the formula, you first have to be able to recognize the root of the polyatomic ion and then write out the symbols. For example, nitrate has the root nitro from nitrogen. You also have to memorize the subscripts and the ionic charges. So first write out the Nice Students Pass Chemistry class pattern, then add the oxygens, and next add the subscripts. The pattern of the subscript is 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4. Then you add the charges. They are all negative, and their pattern is 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2. So according to that, if you have scandium nitrate, you write ScNO3, and then you use the crisscross formula to figure out. But do you multiply? No, you put back brackets and then write the charge next to the brackets. So you get ScNO3 in brackets and then 3 next to the brackets. You do not multiply the subscripts. The ites. The ites are practically the same as the 8s, but they instead replace the suffix of the nonmetal with ite, and the pattern of subscripts is also different. However, this is easy to remember, as the subscripts of these polyatomic ions are simply one less than they were in the 8s, and the ionic charges are also the same. So, NO3 would become NO2, SO4 and PO4 would become SO3 and PO3, CO3 and ClO3 would become CO2 and ClO2, and MnO4 would become MnO3. So the new pattern is 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3. Say you have Ca3, PO3, 2. This is calcium, and then what would you call that? So you would take the name phosphorus, remove the ending, and write ite. So the name would be calcium phosphite. These are why they're called the ites. What about the formula? It's the same as the 8s. So if you have lithium manganite, you write out the symbols, then put the charges, use the crisscrossing method, and also don't forget about the brackets if they are needed. As well, simplify subscripts if necessary. So now time to go over the review. Which ones are the 8s and which ones are the ites? The charges remain the same for both of them. For the 8s, the pattern is 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4. So that's nitrate, sulfate, phosphate, carbonate, chlorate, and manganate. These are the 8s. What about the ites? The pattern is 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3. So it's nitrite, sulfite, phosphite, carbonate, chlorite, and manganite. These are the ites. Now, time for some practice. One. Name NaNO3. The answer would be sodium nitrate. 2. Give the formula for rubidium sulfite. That'll be Rb and SO3, and if you use the crisscrossing method, you will get the answer of Rb2SO3. Now time for some exceptions. There are many naming exceptions to polyatomic ions. I will teach you about 4 today. The first is OH1-, which is hydroxide. Then NH4 1+, which is ammonium. Then HCO3 with -, which is bicarbonate, such as sodium bicarbonate or baking soda, something we all commonly use. And the last one is CH3COO or C2H3O2, and that is acetate, and it has a charge of 1-. Notice that all of these are anions, except for ammonium, which is a cation. Now it's time for some practice questions. 1. Is ammonium manganite A, NH4, MnO4, or B, NH4, MnO3? The answer is B, because MnO3 is manganite, and MnO4 is manganate. 2. Name MgCH3COO2. This would be magnesium acetate. 3. Bonus question. Name FeClO2-3. If you undo the crisscrossing method, you should get iron 3 chlorite. And that is our final answer. Good job if you got those questions correct. Thank you for checking out this lesson, and I hope you come back for more.